Hi guys, Novastar here again, and now I'm bringing you a Attack on Titan deck profile on my core deck. So this is my core deck for Attack on Titan. It is so hard to build this deck at the minute. There's too many good level zeros that I want to play, or I want to play this card, but then I can't play this card. So I've tested it a lot. This is my current build that I'm testing. I keep switching, going back to an older build, or I'll try this build, and so on and so on. And this is a very good deck when it starts going. Against certain decks, it can have issues, but it's never really had that much of a problem for me. So I'm going to get straight into this. This is red, yellow, and green. So I'm going to start off with the zeros. I play 4 of this 0025 Mikasa. She is called Paving the Way to the Future Mikasa. She is a 0025, as I just said, and her ability is: at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you may put the top card of your deck into the waiting room. If that card is a corpse character, you may move this card to an open position in the center stage. So she's a runner. So I'm playing 4 of her because she's a runner and she keeps board presence. Next, I'm playing 2 of these Honor on the Battlefront, or Battlefield even. Eren is a 001k. When he does a direct attack, you can choose one of your other characters, and that character gets 1500 power till the end of the turn. And when this card becomes reversed, if it was reversed by a level 0 or lower, you may put that character into your opponent's stock. Then you put the bottom card of your opponent's stock into the waiting room. Now then, the reason why this card is good is because, say your opponent's got 3 stock. The first one is a character or an event. The second one is a climax, and the third one's a character or event again. You take the bottom one out, so that then puts the climax at the bottom of their stock, so they have to so it puts it in deeper into their stock, and it also puts a card back into their stock. So it buries their climaxes deeper. It is a very good card, and it can come in very useful, especially if they trigger a climax. It makes it harder for them to pay out. Next, I'm playing 2 of this 0015 Great Smile Petra. She is a suicidal. When she becomes reversed, if the battle opponent is a level 0 or lower, you may put the top card of your opponent's clock into the waiting room. If you do, put that character into your opponent's clock. So this can screw their colors up, because, you know, if they say they're playing yellow red, they're at level 0. No, they're at level 1. They've just leveled up yellow and they've clocked red, and they need red to play their level 1 game, and you kill a level 0 yellow. You take the red off their clock and you put the yellow into the clock. So again, then they have to either clock red or take damage for red. So it can mess up their colors and make it harder for them to play. And it also gets rid of those level 0s. Next, I'm playing this as a one-off. It's a 002k number 1 oddball. I can't pronounce the name off the top of my head. Oh, it's been a while. But basically, what she does is pay 1, put a card from your hand into the waiting room. When she's placed on stage, you may pay the cost. If you do, search deck for up to 1 corpse character or Titan character. Reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. So she's a generic searcher, but she's mostly in here for green count. Next, I play another one-off, and I play this 0025 104th Cadet Corps class Christie. Now then, I would play this at 2, but I'm playing the pay 1 disc 1 searcher as well. What Christie does is pay 1, put the top card of your deck into your clock when she's placed on stage. You may pay the cost. If you do, choose 1 level 1 or lower character in your waiting room and return it to your hand. Note that it states character, so you can add a Titan, you can add a corpse, you can add any character you wish from your waiting room to your hand, as long as it's level 1 or lower. This helps because it clocks your damage, so it helps you level up a bit quicker. If you mulligan, when you discard at the beginning of the game, if you discard a level 1 that you think that you don't need and then you end up needing it, this can get it back. It can get you your searcher back, your suicider back, your runner back. It gets your brainstorms, your assists. So it has quite a lot of uses. Even late game, it still comes in handy. Next for the brainstorms, I'm playing 2 of this 001k Beyond the Wall Erin. During your turn, your other character in the middle position of the center stage gets 1000 power, and his brainstorm is pay 1, rest him. So like this. Reveal 4 cards from the top of your deck. Put them into your waiting room. For each climax you reveal, search your deck for a corpse character and add it to your hand. So he's a pay 1 rest, and you search for each climax you hit. And you don't have to discard or rest another character, so he's very good for giving you advantage. Next, I'm playing 2 of this 002k Calm and Collected Mikasa Brainstorm. During the attack phase, when one of your characters moves to another stage position, that character gets 1000 power to the end of the turn. This comes in handy quite often because with your runners at level 0, they move around, they gain a K. Then at level 1, you can move things around with another card, they gain a K. And then at level 3, you move around again and it helps out with them. The brainstorm for this is pay 1, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, put them into your waiting room. For each climax revealed, perform the following action. Choose a corpse character in your waiting room, return it to your hand, choose a card from your hand, and put it into your waiting room. So it fixes your hand because you can salvage stuff from your waiting room that you need, and you can discard stuff that you don't. So yes, and because you don't have to discard a character, you can discard your climaxes just before refresh. And then lastly for level 0s, I'm playing 2 of this Violent Ripples Levi, or whatever it's called. He's a 00500. All your other core characters get 500 power, so he's a global 500. And his other effect is, when this card is placed on stage from your hand, choose one of your opponent's characters in the center stage, and that character loses 1000 power until the end of the turn. Now then, a lot of people don't know this. I didn't know this until just recently. But if their character's power gets that you take the 1000 from, hits 0, it dies. So anything with a 1000 or less power, this card can kill if it's on the front of the center stage, which is a very useful trait. It is in the rulebook, so you can go look in the rulebook and have a look for yourself. And I was told by a judge who judged regionals. He was a head judge, so yeah, he confirmed it. But yeah, so this can kill off those suiciders that only have 1000 power. It is a very useful tech, and playing 2 is fine. So that's 16 level 1s, I think. Yeah, it's 16. Level 0s. On to level 1s. I am playing 4 of this 105k Paving the Way to the Future Armin. He has a climax combo, so his effect is pay 1 when this card attacks. If a card name since that day is in your climax area, you may pay the cost. If you do, until the end of your opponent's next turn, this card gets plus 2000 power and the following ability. At the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you may choose one of your core characters and this card and exchange them positions and stand them. This is, oh crap, not the camera again. This is useful because if you have this Mikasa Brainstorm on the board, they each gain an extra K, so he would be 8k before assists. And the other character that you move with, you can move him to the back row and so on. On to the next level 1, I'm playing 4 of this 1045 Paving the Way to the Future Erin. He's 1045 obviously. And during your turn, this card gets 500 power for each of your other core characters. He also has clock encore, so when he's want to encore him, all you gotta do is put the top card of your clock into your deck to encore him. Again, this will help you level up a bit and keep board presence and hand advantage. And during your turn, he's pretty strong. And then I'm playing 2 of this 116k 104th Cadet Corps class Sasha. Potato. No, but Sasha is a good. This is a good card and a good tech. She's 1/1, which is why you only play 2. But if the number of other core characters you have is 2 or more, this card gets 1500 power and encore. Put the top card of your deck into your clock. So she's got clock encore and she's a 7/5 if you have 2 or more other core characters. And then lastly for level 1s, I'm playing 2 of this 102k Strong Bloodlust Mikasa. She is a backup. She's a 1k backup, but when this card is used for a backup, if you have a character with Erin in its card name, choose one of your characters in battle and that character gets 1k. So it's a 2k backup as long as you have Erin on the field, which you usually do. By the time you're level 1, you usually have your Brainstorm, or you'll usually have this Erin on the board. And that's pretty, or you'll have this Erin on the board and stuff like that. So that's why I'm only playing her at 2, because you requires Erin on the board. That is it for level 1s. I believe that's 12. Yeah, that's 12 level 1s. On to level 2s. I'm playing at 2 of this 217k Beyond the Wall Levi. If the number of corpse characters you have is 4 or more, this card gets -1 level in hand. If all your characters are corpse, this card gets 1000 power, and during this card's battle, neither player can use backups from hand. So essentially he comes out at level 1, he's an 8k and they can't use backups in his battle, but then the downside is you can't use backups in his battle as well. Hence why I'm only playing 2. Next, I'm playing 2 of this 2/1/4/5 Direct Sword Mikasa. She's an assist. All your characters in front of this card get 500 power. 500 power X is equal to the level times 500. So it's a level assist. It's 500 times the level in front. And she has a on-play effect. Put a climax from your hand into your waiting room. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a corpse character from your waiting room and return it to your hand. So again, she fixes hand before refresh as well by ditching that climax, so you can refresh with more in the deck. And searches for a key card that you need. And lastly for level 2, I'm playing 2 of this 2/1 event backup called Titan's Power. It's a choose one of your corpse characters, and until the end of the turn that character gets 4000 power and the following ability. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, you may put that character into your opponent's memory. So this gets rid of a pesky encore card, and it gives you 4k power, which, because it's an event, you can play it on your turn as well. Because it is an event, you don't have to use it as a backup, but you also are able to use this as a backup during their turn as well. So it gives you one of your characters 4000 power, which is ridiculously high, a lot for a 1 stock cost. And then if it kills something, it puts it into memory, which can stop them encoring their key cards. It gets rid of those pesky problem cards. It's quite useful. So I'm playing 2. On to my level 3s. I'm playing 2 of Resisting Fate Erin. He's a 3295. If your opponent has a level 3 or higher character, this card gets -1 level 1 in your hand. So if you get them to level 3 or they change into a level 3 while you're at level 2, you can play this card from your hand. This card gets 500 power for each of your core characters. Well, for each of your other core characters. So essentially he is 12k with a full field before assists. And then this ability activates up to once per turn during the turn that this card is placed on stage from your hand. When damage dealt by this card is cancelled, you may deal 1 damage to your opponent. This damage may be cancelled as well. So if they cancel his attack, they burn 1. So it's not bad. So that's why I'm only playing 2. Next, I'm playing 3 of this 329k Resisting Fate Mikasa. If the number of other corpse characters you have is 2 or more, this card gets 2000 power, so she's 11k. When this card is placed from stage from your hand by change or by hand, you may put the top card of your clock into your waiting room. So she heals. And her other ability is pay 1 at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase. You may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your core characters and this card, exchange them as stood. So again, with the Brainstorm, they'd gain an extra K with the Mikasa Brainstorm. So I'm playing 3 of this. So she's the healer of the deck, and she's a pretty good card as well. And then lastly, I'm playing, well, lastly for the level 3s, I'm playing 3 of this 3/2 Resisting Fate Levi. He's a 3/2 10k. When this card is put a card from your hand into your waiting room when a card named the Wings of Freedom is placed on your climax area. If this card is on the center stage, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a core character from your clock and place it on any position on the stage. His other ability is pay 3, put a corpse character from your hand into your waiting room and hang on. Oh, and another character from your center stage. Sorry, I thought I was reading that effect wrong then. So yeah, you pay 3, put a corpse character from your hand into the waiting room, put another character from your stage into the waiting room. This ability activates up to once per turn. During the turn that this card is placed on stage, when this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, you may pay the cost. If you do, stand this unit and move it to another open position of the stage. So say you've got this in the field, this is another core character, and this. So you would attack with this, you would attack with this, then on the last one you would attack, skill, pay 3, discard 1, kill 1, stand, move, attack again. So he's a restander and a mover, so he's quite useful. I'm only playing 3 instead of 4 because 4 was quite cloggy. You don't need more than 3. He's more of a finisher of the deck, so 3 is fine. I have done build testing with 4, but with 4 he clogs, and that's more of a 2-color deck with 4 of him. And I want to play the yellow and red because both colors are good. I mean, green has got some good stuff, but it's mostly the Levi. That's the reason why you play green. As for Climaxes, I'm playing 4 of this Climax. Since that day, which combos with the 1/0 Armin. This is a 2-soul icon, and when this card is placed in your climax area, choose up to one of your yellow cards in your waiting room, pull it into your stock, and all your other characters, well, all your characters even get 1 soul until the end of the turn. So this will give you a yellow card into your stock and will give you 1 soul all the turn. And then the next card I'm playing is 4 of this gold bar. The Wings of Freedom Climax, which is a 1000 power 1 soul to all, and if you trigger this card, well, Climax, you can add this to your hand and put the top card of your deck into your stock, which is quite useful because you can combo this with Levi. So this is my red, yellow, green Attack on Titan deck profile. Let me know what you guys think of this build and any changes you would make, or if you guys would like to see any other Titan builds like a red yellow, a yellow green, a red green, or the Erin Titan build, the level 3 yellow Titan, or anything like that. If you want to see any Attack on Titan pro builds, let me know, because I've playset of every card pretty much. I think I'm missing 4 or 5 cards to have a playset of the entire set, so I can build pretty much any deck. So if you guys would like to see another deck profile of Attack on Titan, but any particular build, leave it in the comments below. I will build it as best as I can, and I will profile it for you guys. So this is obviously one of the more fun builds to play. I'm probably still going to play Sal competitively. I don't know yet. I'm still undecided for Nationals. So thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and remember to leave any comments below for any other builds you'd like to see for Attack on Titan, and stay tuned for the next videos.